Hello, friends. Let me drop the thumbnail. Here I am as I hit my iWatch against my desk like I do all the time. What's happening? Kind of a slow, nonchalant show. What's going on? Again, not doing anything overly important on this stream, just bullshitting, hanging out. What's going on? No graphics to be done, no nonsense. I mean, I'll go ahead and put the banner at the bottom up because, I want you guys to buy the merch and donate and shit like that. But other than that, it's all about you guys today. I'm going through baseball cards. Now, long story short, here's the first batch of baseball cards that I've gone through and sorted by maker. So I've got my tops in this whole thing. Got some Fleer right here. Some what else did I have in here? Oh, these are some weird ones. I think they're Canadian. I'm not sure, but I managed to get some of them checked. What's up, Dr. Newt? What's up, brother? Let's see. I'm working on the score right now. I've done my pinnacles, at least the ones that I could do. I have some Don Russ. I already did my Pacific collection, which I think I had the entire collection. Those are actually a Mexican card, which is pretty cool. Bowman's I've already done. I'm going through all the scores. Right now I'm going through a bunch of 1992 score. I've got some rookie cards here. I'm trying to get scanned in. I found this. I stumbled across this really cool app on my phone called Collex, Collx. For those of you who are interested in giving it a look, basically you just take a picture of the card. It searches the internet to find its value and all that stuff, and then puts it into your little account. And there's a rookie card that is worth 17 cents. So that little chime is how you know it's Reddit. And I got a Jose Hernandez rookie card here, which might be worth a little bit. I don't know. I found one card I have, believe it or not, this Ron Gant. I do not know why, but I'm going to get a protective case for it. For some reason, that card's worth like $200, and I don't know why, but whatever. Oddly enough, I have I don't know if this is not quite a Mark McGwire rookie card, but it's from very early in his career. I think it's one of his first All-Star cards. And of course, my Ken Griffey rookie card. Yes, that's a Ken Griffey rookie card. Believe it or not, that Ron Gant card is worth more than both those cards. It's the strangest thing in the world. I don't understand it, but at least according to this app. Now, I have not actually tried to sell any of these cards. I did recently go talk to a guy about that runs a baseball card shop in this town that I live in about some things. He was saying the best thing you can do it didn't do what I wanted to do. I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna do that again. We'll have to do this Jose Hernandez again. But what's up, Tech? What's up, Casey? Just going through some baseball cards. Unless you feel like getting murked at Call of Duty again. No, I'm sorry, you don't get murked because you hide. You don't actually get into a gunfight. But yeah, it's really cool. You just take a picture of these cards front and back, or just front if you want. I'm taking them front and back because I want to make sure there's a good catalog of all this stuff. See, this rookie card is worth $1.38. I've had a couple that are worth $5-10. I've had some that are worth like $50. So basically, and I'll check in a minute after I scan this one in so I can give you guys like an updated total. It keeps track of exactly how many cards I've scanned and the total value of the cards that I've scanned, which is really cool because I was actually one of the things I wanted to do this summer. And Paul Abbott, 1992 rookie card with 29 cents. Let me get out of here real quick. We'll go there. Remove that one because I couldn't find it. Remove that one because I couldn't find it. Remove that one because I couldn't find it. There's probably a couple more in here too. My only real knock on this app is if the lighting isn't just right, it won't read the card very well. And it's kind of annoying. I've had to really mess with my lighting because usually the lighting that I use just for YouTube is really good for YouTube. I mean, you guys can see me just now, even though I don't have a whole lot of light in here. The cameras help out a lot. But let's see. Remove that one. Remove that one. Remove that one. Yeah, this is my only knock on this app is that if your lighting isn't just right, it seems to have trouble scanning it. Also, I've got some cards that are really metallic. Like, I forget who made these. These are Upper Decks, I think. I forget what these are. If they're Upper Deck or if they're something else. But I think these are upper decks. I forget. License. Oh, these are Skyline cards. But yeah, they're really metallic. They have that metallic sheen to them. You guys can probably see good glare. And because it's so touchy about the lighting, it has a lot of trouble scanning these. So I'm going to have to work on those. Maybe even take them outside during the day and try to scan them. But I mean, got cards like these that are like really, really high, shiny, glossy, really metallic looking that I got to figure out how to get those to scan. I could not get any of those to scan. But I'm going to be adding about 30 cards to the collection right now. And 33 cards that I've scanned. I've scanned 720 items for a total of $1,076.07 in value. So that's what I've got right here. And I'm going through a couple of rookie cards right now from 1992 Fleer. I'm sorry, 1992 Score to see if they're worth much. I get a lot of cards that are. I mean, like I said, they're cards. They're worth, pennies, 45, 50 cents, whatever. Get the occasional card that's worth a good amount of money. That one, 30-some cents, 31 cents. That's kind of what they're worth. Again, a lot of these are names that I remember watching when I was a kid, but their careers never really became big things. Once I start a different stack of cards, I always try to dig out the rookie cards first to see if there's anything worth anything. I mean, I had a couple. I mean, there was one earlier that I scanned before I went live about an hour ago when I was watching Alex and the Garbage Man. That was worth like $5. I forget who it was. I mean, I can go back and look. The nice thing is, like I said, it catalogs all this stuff for you as well. So you can actually go on this app and put your cards up for sale on the app, which is pretty cool. So if I really wanted to, I could take one of these cards. It's worth, 40, 50 bucks, whatever. I could put it up there for sale for 30, whatever. People can make me offers. And if it all works, if we come to an agreement, you can buy it. Again, the lighting on this, it's so iffy. It's like I've got decent lighting right now. If I make it any brighter, if I turn like my desk lamp on, it gives it a wicked glare, and that screws with it too. Because after you scan it, it's trying to identify the card. This is a Joel Johnson rookie card worth 5 whole cents. Hey, banging out the money. Chris Gwynn, son of Tony Gwynn, his rookie card. Let's see. Give it a second to get focused. Can't imagine this card's going to be worth a whole lot because even though he is Tony Gwynn's son, Chris Gwynn didn't have the career that his dad did. So, front and back, and if it decides to read it. Come on. Like I said, my only knock on this app is that it has trouble reading cards sometimes. I don't know if it has to do with the lighting all the time. It may also just be like maybe my connection to my phone is shitty for a minute. Because right now I've only got 2 bars. I'm pretty sure I'm hooked up to the internet on my phone. I usually am. I guess I should check that real quick. Yeah, when it takes a long time to make a decision on a card's value, then usually it's because it's not going to. Steve Callan, what's up, my brother? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Tex says he's got a ton of 90s Texas Ranger and Dallas Cowboys cards there at my mom's place. I'd have to dig them out. Like I said, this app actually, yeah, it's not checking these either. This app checks baseball, basketball, football, hockey, soccer, wrestling, multi-sport, which I don't know what multi-sport is, and for all you nerds like the Rose, Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It checks their values. And obviously, I'm just going through baseball. I do have a stack of soccer cards here. I have no idea how I got them. They were just in a pile in a box with a bunch of my cards when I pulled them out of the storage. And how they got there, I have no idea. I also have some football cards. I actually scanned one of my football cards. It was worth a couple of bucks. It wasn't worth a whole lot, but I forget who it was of. It was probably maybe right around 2000, 2005, somewhere around there of whoever the player was. Come on, just read my cards so I can move on to this other rookie card of this stack. There we go. Oh, 25 cents for a Chris Gwynn rookie card. And then, of course, we have Jim Hunter, 92 rookie card for the Brewers. Take a picture. I'm also trying to keep my eye on a story that was breaking a little bit ago. Looks like Tom Sizemore is in pretty bad shape. Hey, $5 rookie card for Jim Hunter. Not bad at all. Now on to some of the other cards. No big names out of here. Trevor Wilson, actually I'm a Giants fan. Luis Salazar, I watched him play. Mickey Sasser, Kevin Tapani, Dan Plezak, and Dave Steeb. You know what? I've been really shocked to find that some of these checklist cards, some of these can actually be worth quite a bit of money. I scanned one in the other day just to scan them because I know occasionally they can be worth some money. It was actually worth like $7. It was really weird, but yeah, just rolling through here, a couple of names. Another Dave Steeb, Scott Radinsky, guys that I watched in the early '90s. Let's see, Billy Hatcher of the Reds, and some other stuff. Now I'm into this is a different year of score. This is probably later '90s. Just the way I look at it, Jason Giambi, Delano DeShields, BJ Suroff. But yeah, I'm gonna flow through some more of these cards. Let's see what I got. But yeah, what do you guys got going on out in the world today? Does the app value autographed cards? I've got a handful of those. Honestly, I do not know because I do not have any autographed cards in the state. So all the autographed cards I get are currently locked up in California right now. I have not had a card autographed since I've lived here in Ohio, and it's been 1.5 billion years ago. So, I mean, I'm thinking about trying to get some more. I mean, maybe. I mean, I haven't been to a baseball game in several years. Obviously, I mean, COVID and expense and just busy doing work and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not recognizing the card. And it always says verify if it's in that group, like Right Sport. I'm like, well, the guy's in a Red Sox uniform, unless there's a football team named Red Sox, then yeah. Honestly, I don't know if it values autographed cards. I don't I don't have one autographed here to look at. I think you can. I haven't tooled around in depth with this app all that much. I'm really just been kind of busy trying to catalog all this stuff. But I would imagine that you can connect with like other sellers and stuff like that, other people that are on the app, other users on the app, and probably ask a lot of questions of them too. And maybe even you can kind of look through their collection if they have it posted publicly. I'm posting mine publicly because I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff yet. I don't know if I'm gonna. Again, it's just having trouble scanning this card. I don't know if it's lighting. Let me try this real quick. Again, I hate getting that wicked glare. I hate getting the wicked glare, but I mean, I want to make sure I get all these scanned. Usually I end up going through this trouble of scanning a card like 4 or 5 times to find out it's worth, 12 cents. That's usually how it goes. And I don't remember this guy's name from, 1992 or whatever. So odds are he did not have a long career, or at least not a notable one. So this is probably going to be another one of those ones where it's worth like $3. Come on, just scan the card. I'll put it here again because I'm pretty sure it won't scan it. One thing I should do, oh no, I connect to the internet on my phone. Yeah, let me check real quick just to make sure my phone's connected to the internet. Yep, it's on Wi-Fi. Yes, it is. So it's not an internet problem. It's just it's just this app just doesn't want to read it. Again, my guess is a lot of it's lighting, and I've tried to do little things like shade it a bit to make it not so glary, and that tends to work. But I don't want to hold my hand up here all the time to block enough of this extra light. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. What's going on? Casey says, I know in video games I have to worry about fakes. Do you worry about fake cards? Well, I've only really broke my cards out for the first time in probably 15 years. So none of the ones I have are fake. One of the things that I was doing for the longest time, and I may start doing it again, is I was buying box sets and leaving them in the box, leaving them wrapped. I know somewhere at my parents' house I have at least another box of cards. It will not read this fucking card. Let me try to move on to another one. Trevor Wilson of the Giants, 1992. One of the things I used to do is I used to just go buy box sets because generally when they first come out, they're not very expensive. You can buy an entire box of 2023 tops, the complete set, still sealed in box for $30-$40, something like that when they first come out. And that's what I used to do a lot when I was a kid. Was I used to go, and as soon as these cards would come out, I just run to the card store and buy a box of them. At the time, they were probably $15 or $20, and just stash them somewhere. And I know I happen to have and this Trevor Wilson's worth 25 cents. Let me see if I can get lucky and it'll scan this. Dana. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Dana Kiker. Uh-oh. Gonna get myself in trouble with YouTube if I pronounce that wrong. But yeah, so I know for a fact I've got, I think it's 87 or 88 tops. The complete set still in plastic. That's got, I want to say, finally it scans it for 25 cents. But that's got, I want to say, 4 or 5 rookie cards of Hall of Famers in it, which are probably going to be worth a decent amount of money. I mean, one of them is, I got Griffey's rookie card in there. God, I forget who else. I've got several rookie cards of Hall of Famers in there. I got Piazza's rookie card somewhere. I have a Mark McGwire rookie record breaker card from when he broke the rookie home run record. I've got that somewhere. I'm really hoping I can find it because I know for a fact that card, I've checked out the price of that card. It's worth a pretty penny. So I'm really hoping I can find that card. But like I said, right now, I'm just going through, like, that one's worth $1. That was Luis Salazar. He used to play for the Cubs. Alozuna, pitcher for the Astros back in the early 90s. We're scanning that one next. Yeah, so generally speaking, it's like what I do is I've got a whole stack of score right here that I still need to go through. And I'll just, after I get done with this stack, which has got about, this many cards left in it, I'll big 5 cents for Alozuna. But that's how it goes with these cards. Yeah, after I finish this stack, I'll go through and grab another stack and just start scanning. That was up till 2 or 3 in the morning scanning cards the other day, just trying to get these done. Let's see, a couple more people. TSS, what's going on, my man? Flame Legend, what's up? Tech says there's a lot of factors that go into the value of a card. Yeah, a lot of it's just time. Color of the edges, if it's creased, picture of the card is square or not. Yeah, the misprinted cards can be worth a bunch of money. There's actually one of these Ken Griffey cards. One of these, there's a misprint out there somewhere that's worth something like $10,000. And it's, I don't know, I forget what was messed up about it. It was like the lines, like it had been turned funny and the lines were not straight or something like that. And there's another one out there of the same card that has only got him on it, like his picture on it. And for some reason, that card's worth a fucking insane amount of money. But why, I have no idea. But that's the way it goes. You know what I mean? Frederico, what's up, my man? Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming around. Let's see. Trying to get this card to scan. This is Mickey Sassler. He was a catcher for the Mets. I remember watching him play a little bit. Again, a lot of these are cards that, I remember the names, most of them anyway. A lot of these guys just didn't have big careers. Like this one, 25 cents. Whatever. Kevin Tapani, not a Hall of Famer, but a good long career nonetheless. I try to get these things full in the frame of this app. Yeah, I highly suggest if you have cards that you want to, even if it's just a few, go get this app. It's if I can find the app. Let me see real quick if I can find a link to the app for you guys. I'll put it in the chat. Because, like I said, I've only really kind of scratched the surface of this app. I haven't messed with it as much as I should have the last few days. But it's called Collex, Collx. And if I can find a link for the app, maybe I can find a link just to like an article that will give you a link to the app. I know there was a video that I had seen on KTLA. It's the one of the local news affiliates in Los Angeles. I watch it because they do usually when there's like a car chase in LA and they call LA the car chase capital of the world, they'll carry it live, so it's fun to watch those. But I just happened to see this video. Here it is right there. Here's a link to the site actually. And I was listening to this guy talk about it. Him and his son developed this app. Let's see, webpage, temporary down retro. But okay, so not to the webpage for the app. Maybe if I go to this one. Maybe. Okay, this one's actually a lot better. But yeah, let me grab this real quick. And if you guys want to try this app out, you can. We go to StreamYards. And And paste. There's the app. Nerdy, where have you been, bro? Let's see. Flame Legend, I don't have baseball cards. Like I said, this app actually scans a bunch of stuff. Baseball, football, basketball, and if you're into that kind of stuff, wrestling cards, for those of you wrestling fans in the community. Also, it does Pokemon, Magic cards, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So, I mean, there's a lot to it. I just went to this thing. It's all right. I'm going to go ahead and log these into my thing real quick before I forget. Remove scans that don't scan. Even the ones that won't scan, you can put them in there, but I don't like to do that. I like to have all the information right there. So, yeah, 730 cards is what I have right now. Actually, if I go back, get out of here real quick. And let's see, Frankie, I collected when I was a kid, and I still have a lot of my cards. I mean, I still have some of my older tops in here somewhere. So stuff from from this era of baseball cards. Yeah, I still have some of my 87, 88s in here somewhere. This is just a part of what I've got, though. Who is this? Scott Geraltz plays for the Giants. These are some of my 90s tops. A lot of my 80s tops, I'm pretty sure, are in a box at my parents' house. I have to go to their house. I may roll up there tomorrow, but I mean, yeah, we're talking about some 1990s tops right here with Kevin Seitzer. Let's see, what year was this? These are the 88 tops. This is what the 88 tops look like. I've got a few of them here. But yeah, and my all-time favorite year for tops is these. I mean, I just love the designs of those cards. They are so fantastic. But yeah, I've got a bunch here. I actually already scanned a couple of these because I thought they might be worth a little bit of money. They ended up not being worth as much as I wanted. I mean, but whatever. It's like I've got let's see what I got here. See, Rick Sutcliffe, Mel Hall. I actually scanned a Mel Hall card a couple of days ago that was it was worth a lot more than I thought it would be. It was worth like $30 or $40, and I was like, really? That's something. But okay. Nerdy says just finished up collecting 2021 Top Series 1. You know what? One of the things I want to start doing is I want to start doing what I did when I was a kid. Just as soon as the box sets come out, just go buy them. Like I said, I have the complete set of 88 tops still in plastic somewhere at my parents' house. At least I'm hoping I do. I know that I have a lot more baseball cards than what I have, but yeah. Let's see, but yeah, I mean, I put the link to the app, to the website where you can download the app in there. I mean, if you want to check out some cards, if you have a few, check it out and give it a try. Like I said, the app still needs some work, but yeah, it's been a godsend because my plan was to go ahead and just kind of figure out these cards online and put them on a spreadsheet to kind of figure out what I have. And yeah, this app has made things so much easier. But actually, once I get them, I can actually sort them. Price highest to lowest. That Fleer Ron Gant, that Fleer 98 Fleer that I showed you, Ron Gant, $203. I have a Sandy Alomar that's worth about $50. 88 Don Russ of Tommy John, famous from the surgery, that's worth $33, and a bunch of others that are worth like $20 or something like that. Different things. Doug Drabeck, Edgar Renteria, some other things that are worth $10 or more, and some other random ones that I've come across. But yeah, I'm just going through them one by one. Getting these things scanned and getting them in there. But yeah, I collected. I mean, I was always a baseball fan when I was a kid, so baseball cards were easy. And when the irony is, when they first come out, they're relatively cheap. I mean, you get a pack when I was a kid, you get a pack of cards for like 75 cents or $1. So I mean, we'd go whatever, mow lawns, do whatever we did to make money when we were kids. And then go buy 8, 10 packs and go through them. And yes, people used to actually trade these cards back and forth depending on what you wanted. So I always dropped a couple of bucks here and there on some cards. I've got a Mike Piazza rookie card somewhere. I don't know exactly where. Like I said, I've got a bunch more cards in my parents' house I have to go get. Again, I'm dealing with lighting here. It's really pissing me off. That's one of my knocks on this app, is if the lighting isn't just right, it'll have trouble reading it. And so I find myself I need extra light, but the lamp that I have at my desk is too much. So I have to block a little bit of it to make the light a little more right. I don't want to dig out my other soft light because it's in the garage, and right now my garage is under about 2 inches of water. Thankfully, nothing that could be damaged is on the ground. There we go, finally, for 25 cents. But yeah, we had a lot of heavy rain today and a lot of storms, so there's a lot of water in my garage. Actually, I think I may have taken my soft light out to the shed, which is on the other side of my yard. So yeah, I'm not climbing out there tonight. But yeah, maybe I'll try setting something up different next time I do this. But I thought it'd be fun since I ended up not doing what I was going to do tonight. Go live for a little bit and bullshit with you guys. eBay recent sales are perfect citation. Yeah, a guy that I had talked to at a local card shop said the same thing. He said it's one thing to go to like Beckett's website or whatever and look, but he said if you want to know what they're actually selling for, go to eBay and arrange your search to look for things that were sold or finished auctions or whatever. You'll see roundabout what cards are going for. Dame Plesac for 28 cents. Here's Pedro Munoz. The interesting thing about getting these cards from the 90s is you're getting, if you know, there's some rookie cards in there. Some of these guys end up having decent careers and played into the 2000s. So, not that one. I mean, 30 cents is 30 cents, but still. The crazy thing is I'm going through some of these cards, especially some of the ones from the 80s. And it's like all these guys' names I remember. I just haven't heard them in what feels like 100 years. Because, you know, I'm old and I watched baseball 100 years ago. So, Dave Steve, 25 cents. Okay, whatever. Again, I'm curious as to this one. These checklist cards can be oddly valuable. I've had a couple that have been worth a few bucks. So, we'll see if this one's going to be worth much. I doubt it. It's kind of hit or miss, these checklist cards. But now, my dumb ass, when I was a kid, I actually used to mark on the checklist cards because who the hell knew if they were worth any kind of money? But checklist, did you scan it right? Or are you going to be a dick about the lighting again? Probably going to be a dick about the lighting again. You are going to be a dick about the lighting again. Let's see if you can find any cards that say 10 5000 or like X 5000 cards in the 90s are really hot. Yeah, the markets broke down so much to like specific shit since I really was into collecting. Because I really, when I got into high school after I moved here, I stopped collecting. I mean, I would buy some stuff here and there and look at some stuff here and there. I got Beckett's all the way up into my 20s, even though I wasn't actually looking at my cards. But yeah, it's like there's so many weird sub markets and sub things of cards now. It's odd, but you know, I'm trying to get a little bit more back into it. Like I said, there's a guy who owns a card shop, a sports memorabilia shop here in the town that I live in, and me and him were chatting it up a couple weeks ago, and I went and bought some of these boxes to put them in, and it says that's not right at all. It says, okay, here's what's funny. First off, it's not even Cal Ripken. That's friggin' Nolan Ryan in the front. This card, it's calling it a 92 Leaf Cal Ripken. We're gonna fix that. Let's see. Yeah, that's wow. I had this happen the other day. I scanned a card. It gave me a completely different card value and card picture and everything like that. But when I went to click on the card, it gave me like other options to what it was, and I managed to make it right and get an accurate value for that card that's logged into my thing here. But yeah, I don't know why. You know, I'm just gonna go with it for right now. I'll deal with that later. But yeah, now it's saying I have a 1992 Leaf Cal Ripken that's worth $2.25, which I actually don't, as far as I know. Have I gone through my Leafs yet? I think I did. I don't have all that many Leafs. Yes, I did. I do not have that many Leafs. All of my Leaf cards are right here. That's all the Leaf cards that I have, at least in this bundle anyway. Let's see. Come on, scan it. Let's see. Nerdy says King Griffey Jr. is really hot in the hobby from that era, and it's probably the most sought after from the 80s and 90s. Like I said, you know what? Like I said, I have this Ron Gant that is worth $203. I have this Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card that is not worth that much money, and I don't understand it. I keep wanting to like do some research into it. Just been busy the last few days and haven't gotten a chance to do so. But yeah, it's kind of insane sometimes. Again, God, it's being really dicky today about whether it's reading these cards right or not. And my phone is connected to my Wi-Fi, so it's not a connection issue. Phone is fully charged. Another thing I knew years and years and years ago, one of the things that impacts card prices is location. Like, for example, a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, people will pay more for it in a place like Cincinnati or Seattle than they will in a place like Texas or New York, because obviously he's a lot more deeply connected to those cities and those teams than he is to the other places. So that's one thing I've realized over the years too, because I was talking to a friend of mine about how Barry Bonds rookie cards, like out here, they sell for whatever they sell for. I have a Bonds rookie card somewhere. I know I do. Again, it's not reading this card because it's being a dick. But we try to turn this off. But he was telling me that Barry Bonds rookie cards, even though they out here they only sell for $40-$50 or whatever it was at the time, I forget. This was several years ago. But out in California, obviously, where he played for the Giants, where we grew up, that card could go for $200-$300. Like somebody will be like, "Hey, I'll give you a couple $100 for it right now, just because they want it." Hey, actually, right at that time, and of course, I probably won't read this one because the lighting actually works. Bam, John Smiley. Oh, I've got a couple of John Smiley cards that have been worth a little bit of money. When I say a little bit, I mean like a couple of bucks. That's the nature of the beast for baseball cards. They tend to either be worth no money or a lot of money. Not really a whole lot in between. Although I have a lot of cards that are worth like $2-3, and that's fine by me. Baseball cards are a big time investment. They definitely have pre-owned that. So it's not going to read it. It's going to be a dick. That's my knock on this app. It's like, for some reason, I don't know. I feel like it's the lighting, but it's different from one card to the next. So I don't know. Also, I need to make sure I go get a couple of like the hard cases that you usually see them put in, because I've got that one run game that's worth a couple hundred. I've got that Griffey rookie card that's in a hard. See, that read that time. I got that Griffey card that's in a hard case, and I've got that Mark McGwire card that I want to put in a harder case. But I also want to make sure that I need to get these graded too. As far as I know, the only place I can take them near me where I can get these things officially graded is in Cincinnati. And I would need to go down there for like a day. Ooh, Corey Snyder, $5, $5.53, 1980. Corey Snyder, 92 score, $5.53. It's not a bad deal for a credit card. But yeah, as far as I know, the only place close to me that can do it is in Cincinnati. It's an hour away, so I would need to take like a Saturday or something like that, a Saturday or a Sunday, and go down there and get with, try to get with one of these guys and get some of these cards that I know are worth a good amount of money. I wouldn't take down like the cards that are worth 10 cents, because ultimately, who cares? Or at least right now. But take some of 5 or 10 of my more important cards, get them officially graded, get them sealed up in one of the good cases, and maybe possibly put them up for sale or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to sell yet. I mean, Jennifer was asking about it the other day. She's asking, "You going to sell your stuff?" And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, for one, I have to see exactly what the value is first. I mean, right now, like I said earlier, I've got a little over $1,000 in cards that I've put through here. I've already scanned one of these. I don't think it was worth that much money. This is a Dave Steve, another 92 score. I know I scanned one of these earlier. It was only worth 30 cents or something like that. The question is, though, is this having me dig? Yep, 25 cents. But bam. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to try to get back into collecting a bit. I kind of don't, because it can be A, expensive, and B, like I said, it's something that takes a long time for it to become valuable. It's like some of these cards I've scanned some cards that I've got from like the mid 80s that are not big, again, not big names, not the biggest players in baseball at the time or ever, but I mean, they're still only worth like 20 cents. So I could almost light my cigarette with them and get more value out of them than to actually try to sell them to anybody. Unless somebody really wants one really, really bad to complete a set or something like that, it might be worth a little more to them. But for the most part, you're not going to read it because you're a dick. Now you're going to have a problem with the lighting again. Let's see. Picture. This is Ed Whitson, the pitcher for the Padres. Let's see what we got going on here. Are you going to scan it? 29 cents. Yeah, it seems like I have to scan each card a couple of times to get it to scan. Again, and maybe it's just something buggy with the app because the app is fairly new. But then again, maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's that they actually can't find some of these cards because, like I said, some of them just aren't big names. But come on, scan. You can also actually, you don't have to have the app directly open to find out. You can actually take a picture of the card, and then later on, you can just upload the picture from your phone to the app, and it will run it through and give you the value. So you can take pictures of your cards right now and then download the app later and then run it through. Still won't scan. Still being a dick. It's focused. Again, I don't know if it's like a glare spot. I don't know what the deal is, why it doesn't want to always scan these cards. It's actually really fucking annoying because I want to be able to burn through these. I'm probably going to do those soccer cards that I have, wherever the hell I put them. But I've also got some other ones that I want to go through that are kind of off to the side. See, I got to scan this card like 27 times just to find out it's worth 25 cents. But sitting on top of all my 9mm ammo. I've got the 1992 Studio Complete Set. The whole damn thing. Studio cards. These are all the checklists. Steve Avery, Sid Bream, a couple Sid Breams, Ron Gant. I'll actually go through and do these too, but this is the complete set of studio cards. The 1992 studio cards. Complete set. I'll go through and do those eventually. In 92, those were the ones that had like those great pictures from like the Braves and stuff like that. I've also got a set. I don't think these are all Don Russ. No, some of these are Upper Decks. Some are Bowman's. I don't even know how I got these because I am not a Reds fan. So I don't collect Reds stuff. I'm guessing my dad came across these at one point and decided it would be cool to have them. But it's just something, and it's got a bunch of random Reds cards in it. It's got, Rob Dibble, again, popular this time, not Hall of Famer. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer. Different cards. It's got some in there that could be worth a few bucks, but I don't really know. I'll get to those eventually, but Jose Rio, Hal Morris, guys like that. But I'll look through those. What else did I have? Let's see. The 1992 Don Russ triple play cards. I have the complete set of those. It's got some, they look like this basically. But lots of complete set of those. So I'll go through eventually and scan all these in because it'll also keep track of the different sets that you have. So like there's a way you can break it down when you put it in here. It kind of breaks it down by set too and by year and make and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. It's a cool thing about the app. Tech says Nolan Ryan had a card set of himself. I got when I was a kid. It covered from the Mets to the Rangers. Yeah, I've seen. God, what did I hear? 8 or 10 years ago, I heard about somebody selling a Nolan Ryan rookie card for some amount of money that I will never see in my lifetime. But Nolan Ryan is definitely one of the ones that can be worth a whole ton of money, my friend. I've got a couple of Nolan Ryan cards. I'm sure of it. They're probably from the 90s, towards the later part of his career, so I can't imagine they'd be worth a great deal of money. Probably a couple of bucks just because they're him, but not old enough to be significant. I may have a card that was specially made for like one of his no-hitters, but again, until I get that card and get my hands on it and scan it, I won't really know if it's worth anything or not. But yeah, one of the things I was saying earlier, I've been trying to watch some of the news. Apparently, Tom Sizemore is not in a good way. Let's see. No. End. I'm not trying to call my daughter. No. End. I'm not trying to call. What are you doing? God damn, I hate. Oh, my iPad's such a pain in the ass to use. Anyway, yeah, Tom Sizemore is having a bit of a health crisis. Very unfortunate. And of course, didn't read that card. Scott Radinsky, a guy who I watched play. But yeah, he had a blood clot or something like that. And he apparently is in a coma. And they're actually talking about pulling the plug. His family is. So that might be something that we end up talking about on Thursday before we do the Mandalorian. Hey, 26 cents. I just scanned this 12 times to get 26 cents. Or to tell me it was worth 26 cents, not to even make 26 cents. But yeah, the question is what do I do with all these cards once I get them scanned in? I don't know, like I said, I mean, I could put them out there to sell. I mean, 25 cents for that one. Yeah, most of these cards are just worth, a quarter-ish. Tom Sizemore, Natural Born Killers was epic. Yeah, I mean, he was honestly, Heat's one of my all-time favorite movies. He was killer in that as well. But yeah, every movie he's in has been good. I mean, Natural Born Killers, Heat, Saving Private Ryan. I mean, it's on and on and on. It's like every movie he's been in has been pretty amazing, and he's an amazing part of it. He just, for some reason, had. Man's got his issues. Let's just say it like that. I mean, I know he's dealt with drug issues. I know he was dating Heidi Fleiss for a while. For those of you old enough to remember that mess, Heidi Fleiss, the Hollywood madam. But again, just it takes forever to scan this, and then it just doesn't want to scan it. Doesn't want to find it. Here we go again. Gotta scan it again. Again, I don't know if it's the app or if there's something about the lighting or what, but I'm having trouble figuring it out. I may hold on, I don't know what the weather's going to be like. It was rainy and shitty here all day today. We actually had some tornado sirens go off earlier, but yeah, it was too shitty today for me to go out and do anything. So I just I went to the store and got some stuff for dinner, made some steak, some mashed taters, and some steamed asparagus. I really see this is the part of this app that really pisses me off, is it takes forever to scan some of these cards. Okay, let me go ahead and move on from that one because it's pissing me off. Yeah, don't want to scan it. Again, you can scan just the front of the cards, but I want to have the front and the back in the event that somebody actually wants to buy one of these cards. They know I'm not full of shit. I haven't put any card. Well, I mean, I put one card up for sale that nobody would want to buy. Here's a Billy Hatcher for a quarter. Mostly because I don't know, it was some kind of like complete your opening whatever for joining the app, and the only thing I had left to do is to put a card up for sale. So I took one of these cards that was worth like 10 cents, put it for sale for like 5 cents. I'm not expecting anybody to email me wanting to buy this card even for a cheap price. A little fatigued. Now I'm into the, what year is this? There's some light so I can see. These are it's still really small print. These look like 1998 score. I don't like these cards. I mean, they're cool looking, whatever, but the modern cards, they just don't. They don't do it for me. I think they're all too glossy. You know what I mean? They made them all too shiny. Let's see. Sizemore's a party feed for sure. Yes, he was. Do you keep your cards in Defenders? Not all of them. Right now they're all just in like the box. I mean, I have a couple of these hard plastic things. I need to get more. I know I have some more, not a whole lot more, but I have some more. Hey, Todd Worrell worth $3, $3.68. Of course, it's one of the cards I said that I don't like because they're ugly, but whatever. Right now, they're just in boxes. I mean, I've got a whole nother like half-size box of one of these, but for right now, it's like they're all just in these. So as I get this stuff organized and all that, right now I went through these cards were a mess. They were just all thrown in boxes together. I mean, they were in cases and stuff, but they were just kind of really unorganized. So what I did was I just separated them all by maker. So I just separated all the tops. Finally, all that work for 28 cents. But I separated them all by maker. So I just separate the tops and the scores, the Don Russ, so on, so on, so on. And what I'll end up doing soon is I will separate them by year to try to get a better impression. Is try to make them more organized. Hopefully these cards will scan a little easier. I've noticed, like I said, the level of gloss in the cards seems to be something that kind of I think might be something that's hampering the scanning as well. Not scanning this one. What a piece of shit. Come on, damn it. Like I said, these ones have a good sheen on them. I could try that. Yeah, it's not going to scan that card either. Yeah, you're getting a dick hole. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I put my little quick review for Cocaine Bear up. Fun movie. Finally. 16 cents. Maybe that light. Maybe it is just a card by card basis. Maybe I need less light for one card and more light for another. I don't know. Who's this one? Dean Palmer. Yep. Scan. Jeremy Giambi. Or Jason Giambi, rather. Only got a shot because his brother was playing in the big leagues. Once his brother left the A's, they dumped his ass. Actually, I think he played for like a year or two, but his career never amounted to much either. Tex loved Cocaine Bear. The park ranger death was brilliant. That whole ambulance scene was actually the best scene of the entire movie. I mean, it was so fun to watch. Jason Giambi, worth 16 cents. Hey, way to go, Jason. Can't imagine that card's ever going to get much more valuable unless it gets super old. See, now we're looking at Delano to Shields, who had a good career, so his card might be worth a little. But yeah, Cocaine Bear was a lot of fun. We definitely need to figure out a time where we can get together and do reviews for Cocaine Bear and Pooh, Blood and Honey. God, it's going to be busy for the next couple weeks. I say that, well, I mean, whether Jeremy gets a chance to watch it or not, I say that we just kind of we'll do a random stream one day where we get together and we'll do Cocaine Bear and Pooh, Blood and Honey all in the same video. I don't see why that wouldn't work out, because since it'll probably just be me and you anyway, or maybe anybody else that wants to join who's seen the movies. I don't know. I am interested to get Jeremy's thoughts on Pooh, Blood and Honey, though. I mean, just as a straight up slasher film, I thought it really worked. Yep, not reading that one. It's going to be a dick. Yeah, it's my only knock on this app is that sometimes it has so much trouble scanning a card. I have to scan it 4 or 5 times. It gets on my damn nerves. Let's see. Looking through some of these names. Derek Bell. I've had a couple of Derek Bell cards that have done well. I'm going to scan that one next. This is Sheffield. BJ Suroff. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why this app does this. Just sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Flame Legend says, "I need to see Cocaine Bear." Yes, you do. It's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie. Now, obviously, it's loosely based on a true story. It's not fully based because it didn't really work out that way for the bear. Oh, I also saw something on Twitter earlier. You probably saw it as well, Tex. There it is. Did all that scanning for 16 cents. But they're now also coming out with a meth alligator made by a different production company. So we have meth alligator to look forward to as well. Good times. Good times. Let's see. I'm going to turn that one over. Kind of half at it right now for some reason. I'm getting used to having to scan these cards 3 or 4 times each to get on my damn nerves. Like the stream. Help us out. Push up the algorithm. And this one's not going to scan the first time either. It's going to be a dick. If Jeremy just watched Pooh, Blood, and Honey just as a slasher, I think he'd like it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, look, it's not a great film. It's a straight up slasher. It's gore for the sake of gore. That's all it needed to be. They tried a little too hard to give. The Asylum is making meth alligator, but God damn it, it's a Gary Sheffield scorecard. You should be able to find this somewhere on the internet. Why do I have to scan this thing 3 or 4 fucking times? Killing me. It's perfectly aligned in the frame. Picture. Oh, it's really annoying. But yeah, it's just gore for the sake of gore. And I said it in my short review, I actually think that Cocaine Bear, all that for 18 cents. I actually think Cocaine Bear is actually a more complete movie than Pooh, Blood, and Honey. I mean, it had 3 succinct storylines, a little bit of family in there as well with Carrie Russell and what goes on with her daughter. And of course with Alden Ehrenreich and the late great Ray Liotta's character, there's a father and son dynamic there that worked out pretty well for the movie. So, did I? Yeah, I didn't take a picture of that one. Okay, I got to talk about movies and forgot what the fuck I was doing for a minute. And that Derek Bell is worth 16 whole cents. BJ Suroff. Yeah, I would like to get some of these autographed. I just don't go to games anymore. It's like I've always heard that the easiest place to get something autographed is spring training, and I'm not going to Arizona or Florida just to get some autographs. Not that I wouldn't if I had the time and the money just to go down there for a couple of weeks and just watch baseball, just kind of get absorbed in the environment. Because I've never been to spring training, but I've heard spring training is actually a lot of fun. It's so low key. I know some people. I know people that they don't go to regular season baseball games anymore. It's like they'll go watch they'll bounce back and forth between Florida and Arizona, the Cactus League and the Grapefruit League, and they just won't bother. They won't bother going to the big league stadiums anymore because it's so expensive and it's such a hassle. I mean, Jesus Christ, just to go see a game in Cincinnati, to take me, the woman, and all 4 of our kids, you're looking at probably, I mean, to get in the door, you're looking at, for the good seats that I like to get, 100-ish a piece, regular price. So you're looking at $400 just to walk in the door. Then food, which, Jesus Christ, buying any food at any sporting event is outrageous these days. So you're looking at another couple $100 for food. And that's not even like a meal. That's just like a hot dog and a drink. So you're looking at another like at least $100 for food. And if you want to buy a hat or something like that, it's another $40 or $50 for the hat. And then as much I like it because it's fun, but then sitting out there in the heat. I mean, baseball's played during the summer after all. So you're sitting out there in the heat. Yeah, it's a thing. So I can hear Jennifer watching her television show. She swore to me a half an hour ago, just one more episode. Just want to watch this one more scene. It was half an hour or 45 minutes ago, something like that. Actually, probably an hour ago because it was before I went live, so it was more than an hour ago. Tex says, Cocaine Bear was a little too long. Besides that, I liked it. I didn't think it felt long. I actually thought it wasn't bad. I mean, the whole movie was only like an hour and a half. that's pretty short for a movie these days. I mean, most movies tend to run 2 hours, but yeah, I didn't think it was too long. There wasn't a whole lot that I would cut out of the movie. Uh, no, there wasn't a whole lot that I mean, just on, going through it in my head real quick, there's not a whole lot that I would cut out of that movie. I thought it was pretty complete. I didn't think it was too long. Like I said, it was only an hour and a half. But let's see. He says, I'd never been to spring training, but I'd be down. Well, I mean, you're right there. You're in Texas. I mean, you're only a couple hours away from Arizona. So you could very easily go to Arizona. I don't know where the Rangers spring training is off the top of my head. I know the Giants are in Arizona. But yeah, I mean, you're right there. You could very easily just, take a weekend trip and drive over and watch some games. And again, it's being a dick about this fucking. Let's scan this card. Pissing me off. Scan this card 4 or 5 times now. All for a Mark Kotze. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right there in Texas. But, yeah, the Rangers are in Arizona. Okay. Yeah, so go see the Rangers in Arizona. He said, fuck that. My Rangers built an indoor stadium. It's badass. Well, see? $1.25. I'm scanned 25 times. So, whatever. Mark McLemore plays for the Rangers. Speaking of. Let's see. I mean, don't get me wrong. The stadiums are nice. It's just expensive as fuck to go. I mean, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I don't go to pro football games anymore. I'd rather sit at home and watch a football game now. I can watch in the comfort of my own home. I can get up and take a piss. I can order some pizza and drink some beer, and it's no big deal. But it's like, me and my son went last year to the Bengals-Niners game here in Cincinnati. And just for me and him to walk in the door was $200-something bucks. I mean, he paid for the tickets. He was like, hey, if I buy these tickets, can you drive us down there? I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, sure, whatever, if you're paying for them. And I hadn't seen a Niner game in probably live in Jesus Christ, 15 years. It's the first time in 15 years I've actually been to see a Niner game. Actually, it's probably the first time in 15 years since I've been to a football game. But yeah, I mean, it's like parking and food and shit like that. It was like just too much, especially football games. If you want decent tickets to a football game, good fucking luck, dude. You're looking at 100 and something a piece. A piece. That's not even for good seats. That's for like halfway up the bowl. And then food, and then parking, and all the other ancillary bullshit. It's like you're looking at fucking $500-600 just to go to a game. It's pricey. They got to do something about that. I mean, yeah, you can spend $20 on nosebleed seats if all you really want to do is be in the building. And for some people, that's good enough. But I want to be close enough to the action where I can see it. You know what I mean? And the tickets we had weren't bad. We were at the south end zone, so we actually had that was the Niners end zone, the second half, which was kind of cool. It was the Bengals end zone in overtime though, because that game went into overtime. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. 99 cents for a Will Cordero. Let's see. Mark McLemore does local coverage for the Rangers now. Not surprised. I remember watching him play when I was a kid. I don't know if I ever saw him play live. I remember, watching a lot of A's games and stuff when I was a kid. Let's see. John Valentine. As I pour me some more sooty pop. Yeah, we had some pretty brutal weather roll through here earlier. We had some tornado warnings and shit like that going on. A lot of heavy rain. Like I said, my garage is kind of flooded. That John Valentine's worth $150. Nice. Who is this? Reggie Jefferson of the Red Sox. Yeah, let me know what you guys think if you guys try this app. I mean, it's a free app to use. It doesn't cost anything. And it kind of catalogs it all for you. Keeps track of everything. You can sell things through the app. So, like I said, I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to get everything scanned in before I really start to get too deep into what it's all about, into what I can do with it. Michael Tucker. Let's see. you going to be a dick? Let's see. NASCAR is the most affordable and my favorite sport to go to at Texas Motor Speedway. It's free parking. You can bring a cooler and get 3 tickets for about $100. Yeah, my only problem with that is like, where's the nearest NASCAR to here? It's Stewart owns the track. I'm drawing a blank on the name. My ex-girlfriend dad is a big NASCAR guy, and I know he goes up there a couple times a year. I forget the track that he owns. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against going to see. I mean, well, Indianapolis Motor Speedway is only a couple hours away. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to go up there and watch something. But yeah, I'm not a big enough racing fan. I mean, I'll watch it from time to time, but it's not really what I watch. Come on, scan this fucking card. Thank you. All that trouble. Just tell me that card's worth 20 cents. Some Mark Wohlers action. Wouldn't mind going to see more races, though. Hockey's still fairly affordable. I mean, I haven't been to a hockey game in years. But I know that the Blue Jackets play. They're only like an hour away, an hour north of me. And I'm a San Jose Sharks fan, so be nice. And I've never seen the Sharks play live in all the time that they've existed since the 90s because the San Jose didn't get a team until after I had moved here, so I can't just go there and watch. And usually when I go home, it's not hockey season, so I don't get a chance to go watch them play. I usually go home like late summer, normally in August. That's usually when my family has their big thing, but haven't gone the last couple of years. And usually when I go, it's like there's just too much stuff to do family-wise and stuff like that to take a whole day to go to a sporting event. But I'm thinking I might have to the next time I go home. I mean, look, whatever the hell it's called now, AT&T Park. It used to be Pacific Bell Park. It used to be all kinds of things. But I don't even know what it's called now. But yeah, where the Giants play in San Francisco. And that stadium's been there for 20-something years, and I've been outside it. Usually when I go home, I take a day and I'll go up to San Francisco just to, go around and check out the shops and, maybe hit Alcatraz, take some pictures by the Golden Gate, stuff like that, because it's still a really cool area. It's still a beautiful area to hang out in. I wouldn't live there. Fuck that. But just don't go to the Castro. That's the kind of places where you see shit on the street and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll still go there. And I've got pictures of me standing outside at the Willie McCovey statue, McCovey Cove, or the Willie Mays statue, McCovey Cove. I've taken pictures of myself around it. I've just never been in because every time I'm there. The one time that I was there in July around my birthday was the All-Star break. So there was nothing being played. There was no games there. So, yeah, that's just my luck. But, yeah, it's going to be a dick about this Ray Ordonez card, too. God, it's taking me so long to scan this one stack of cards. Again, I don't know if it's just lighting. Yeah, here we go again. I have to scan this thing 4 or 5 times. That's one of the things that's slowing me down and getting all these cards scanned is sometimes I have to scan them so many times to see them to go through. And I still have, well, it paid off. It's worth $2.85, but still. Mark McMore of the Rangers. It's actually kind of a cool picture in this card. It's got him working the camera. And it's only worth 11 cents. For shame. I feel like that cool picture should be worth more. Ismael Valdez. I watched him pitch. Tech says he's been to 2 Dallas Stars games, but hockey isn't for me. They don't let him fight in hockey anymore. I actually like the fast pace, but do let him fight. The last hockey game I went to was the Columbus Blue Jackets used to have a ECHL team at East Coast Hockey League. It's the minor leagues for hockey. They used to have an ECHL team that played really just a mile or so away from me, this place called the Nutter Center. That's where the first King of the Ring was held, by the way. I was there for that, for you wrestling fans. They actually played there, and I actually went to a lot of those games. Me and my ex-wife used to go every other week to a game. It was a lot of fun to go, and the tickets were fairly cheap. It was $16 to sit around the ice, around the ice, around the glass. So we get tickets to go see that. We go with friends or whatever. We were actually knocking around the idea of getting season tickets, and then the organization folded. So yeah, sucks being them. And they've had some other like hockey teams kind of blow through there for a year or so, but I just haven't had a chance to go check them out. But they haven't lasted anyway, so whatever. But yeah, so now there's another team that plays in Dayton somewhere. They're like a really, really low level affiliate of some team. I forget who, but I haven't given. I mean, I just haven't given it two thoughts. It's just, for some reason, it's not the same. It was funner to go back in the day. $2 bill, yeah, actually. I feel like I've scanned a Todd Werrell card already. Maybe it was a different year. But I'm finally almost through the stack. Jeezy Pete. Let me check some news real quick. See if trying to head over to THR's website to see if there's anything breaking. Well, it's not good news. Tom Sizemore remains in a coma with no further hope after suffering brain aneurysm from stroke, representative says. The family of the Saving Private Ryan actor, who was hospitalized in critical condition on the 19th, will make an end-of-life decision on Wednesday. So we may be talking more about that on Thursday's show. It's unfortunate. For all of his faults, damn good actor. A damn good actor. Going through some of the stuff here. They're going to make a decision Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Hey, 368 for Todd Werrell. There's no longer a chance for it. Oh, so his representative says that there is no longer a chance for his recovery. So I guess they're saying that he is really brain dead. Today, doctors informed his family that there is no further hope and have recommended end-of-life decision, adding that the family is now deciding end-of-life matters. We're asking for privacy during this difficult time. Wish to thank all the messages that have been received. Sizemore was found at his Los Angeles home in the early morning, unconscious after he had collapsed following the medical emergency. Paramedics transported the actor to the LA area hospital where he has been under observation in the intensive care unit. More to come. So it's not looking good for Tom Sizemore. It's very, very unfortunate. We're probably going to end up talking about that on Thursday. It's going to be some bad news, I imagine, tomorrow. But so is the breaks. That's unfortunate. Great actor. Can't help but wonder if maybe his extracurricular behaviors may have hastened his whatever his condition ends up being. But yeah, that's the news for right now. I would imagine that tomorrow we'll be doing some talking about that. Let's see. We're on a good roll of getting some of these cards scanned. This is a weird looking card. See, these newer designs of cards, I just don't like them. They're gaudy. This is a 94 score. It just doesn't look good. I don't like it. I don't like it. Some Juan Guzman action. And the best thing about me having all these cards just in a box for years and not touching them is they're all in really, really good shape. I would call most of these either mint or near mint. There's a couple that I've pulled out of here that have little notches on the corners. I mean, it would devalue them a little, but I mean, those have been cards that aren't worth a whole lot anyway. And I'm also trying to handle them in a way where they're not going to. Did I scan this one? I didn't. That's what Cott said last night. It was one of these ones. But yeah, I'm also trying to handle them in a way and making sure when I move them on and off my desk that I'm not trying to push them up against anything to damage the ends. $1.25 from Mark Kotze. Reggie Jefferson. Let's see what we get from this one. Yeah, it's unfortunate about Tom Sizemore, though. We may have to do a ranking Tom Sizemore movies. Not paying attention to chat. What up, my cousin Jeremy? What's going on, cuz? I've been meaning to call you, actually. I need to get a hold of you. 25 cents for Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I need to reach out to you on Facebook. I got your number. I know I have your number. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I need to call you. We can talk to you about some stuff. We're thinking I may need to come down there and hang out with you and Tim and maybe go hunting. I want to go hunting. I've never been hunting. I think it'd be fun. Just for the experience. Are you going to finish? That stack of cards is finally done. God damn, it seemed like it took forever. These are all scores, right? Okay. I feel like I've messed these up somehow. What are these? These are scores. Those are upper decks. Yeah, I think I may have got these somehow mixed up. Upper deck, upper deck, upper deck, score. Upper deck, upper deck, upper deck, score. So maybe that was all my scorecards. Maybe that was all my scorecards. Now I'm moving on to the upper deck. My cousin Jeremy, he's got a complete full top set of 89 set. Dude, seriously, do you remember when we were kids? We used to just go buy the fucking box sets as soon as they came out. I know I've got either, I think it's an 88 or 89 tops. I've still got the complete set in plastic. I think it might be at Mom and Dad's house. I'm going to have to go find out to make sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm going through a lot of cards that I've had legit, dude, since we were kids. Seriously. And I fucking love it. And these things are finally becoming valuable. But yeah, if you still have my number, Jeremy, give me a call tomorrow if you get a chance. This one's just in a plastic sheet. It might be important. It's a Randy Johnson from the Mariners. It's an upper deck. Hopefully this will scan because I'm curious. Boom. Had to give that one a second to get focused. 99 cents for this card. For some reason, it was in a plastic sheet. I don't really know why. It's just a plastic sheet. It's not the hard plastic, but because that was in plastic, I thought it might be important. So now we're moving on to, what year is this? These are 91 upper decks, mostly in this stack that I saw. I should go ahead and log those into my thing. But yeah, Jeremy, I'm thinking my next big vacation needs to be back home to Santa Cruz. I haven't been home in a couple of years, and I need some good salt air. Fucked up as Santa Cruz may be anymore. But yeah, I mean, dude, Angie's come up here and hung out a lot with us from Mississippi. So I'm thinking maybe it's time that I put the kids in the car and we roll down south. Need to hook it up with you and Tim. See what's going on. It's been a while. So yeah, if you get a chance, if you still have my number, man, give me a call. I'm going to take this one real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and log these in. But don't call me right now, though, because I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone to scan all these bitches. 10 cents for Andy Hawkins. Let's do that. We'll get rid of all these ones that wouldn't scan, and there's plenty. That one, that one, that one, that one. I don't see any point. I mean, there's a couple that I went ahead and put in here, but these ones that wouldn't scan, they're just putting a picture in there. I don't see any point in putting those in there, especially if there's cards that I eventually ended up getting to scan. There's no point. Sure, we've got more. There's that one. That one. Go away. Fuck you. Go away. Go away. Yeah, some of these cards I'm really shocked that they have the value that they do. But then again, some of them. Adding 55 cards, I'm now up to a total of about $1,100 worth of cards. That's not bad at all. Let's keep scanning. Let's see. Jeremy says, yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into it. Like I said, my next big vacation, I want to be back home. It's been a while. I need some good ocean air. I need some decent Mexican food. I mean, believe it or not, there's some good Mexican food here, but it's getting better here, if nothing else. Let's see. Looking through some of these, trying to find some potential rookie cards. Nothing. Ron Darling. Oral Hershiser with the Giants. Kareem Garcia. I'm not seeing any rookie cards that are jumping out at me. Pat Borders, remember him. Curtin Caskell, Sanderson. Yeah, that's stuff from those baseball cards when we were kids, like the 88, 89 Topps and Don Russ. Those cards look so good. These cards, they try to make them flashy. Try to give them these great and modern designs. It's like, no. The baseball cards should look retro. They should look old. That's kind of what the sport's all about, you know what I mean? It's an old man sport. Played by young, healthier men than me. Let's see. And John Lieber, Johnny Damon. I'll scan that one real quick, see if it's worth anything. What's this? Todd Walker. Robbie Thompson. Nice. Old Giant. Matt Lawton. Mike Devereaux. Kelly Stinnett. I've noticed that some of these weird cards are actually decent value. Before I get to this stack, I'm going to scan. Said, well, you won't find either here. Well, I also won't find rampant homelessness and people shitting on the streets, which is probably a big plus. Let's see. You're living in Alabama now, right? I have a friend of mine that lives. Where did he move to? He's in the Georgia-Tennessee border. Okay, that was kind of disappointing that card wasn't worth more. But that's all right. But then again, these cards are probably mid-late 90s, so they're probably not going to be worth much anyway. Johnny Damon MVP Upper Deck. Are you going to scan it? 30 cents? Whatever. I don't know why I kept out this Ron Darling. Yeah, I've been thinking lately I need to do some hunting. So you see, here's what we do, Tex. We need to arrange a weekend to where you meet me and my cousins in Alabama. Since you're only in Texas, you're not that far away. It's a bit of a drive, bit of a jaunt, but it'll be worth it for weekends. We go hunting. Yeah, the deep south. But next time I make the Arnold in Ohio, I'll hit you up for sure. Yeah. Dodie's husband did that a while back, a few years ago. I think right before COVID, he was up there for it. So yeah, if you're gonna come up here for the Arnold, let me know. And did I only take one side of that picture? I could have swore I took What did that do? I don't know why that did that. That's weird. Okay, I know you're not going to scan it because I just took a scan of my desk and there's nothing you're going to find. How's the train wreck thing? Jeremy says that's actually on the other side of Ohio for me. Thank God. It's on the West Virginia Ohio border, so it's several hundred miles away from me. But I know the local college is testing air and water samples around here just in case, and they've said that they haven't found anything so far. I don't believe they have any reason to lie about it. They're doing it independently on their own. They're not doing it with any government oversight or anything. So thankfully, that and I've heard the fallout is actually going east anyway. So a lot of it's hitting the areas of West Virginia and Pennsylvania. It's actually hitting that area a lot harder because it's along that area, the border of Ohio, West Virginia, Philadelphia, that area. So it's several hundred miles from me. Thank God. It's a good, probably 4-hour drive if I wanted to drive it. But yeah, I know they are keeping track of that stuff around here, and they haven't found anything detrimental yet. Good 64 cents for that Levon Hernandez. That was before he played for the Giants, and I wanted to kill him for blowing that lead in the 2002 series. But water under the bridge. Now we're going through some upper decks. We're pretty safe here. There's not much going on here. Like I said, most of the fallout went east. My big problem with I was worried for a while because about the time that stuff probably would have been hitting us, like the fallout, I was getting some really bad headaches. I'm pretty sure now it's all just blood pressure related because my blood pressure has been crazy high lately. But now, now I think we're doing okay now. So yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of colleges around here and they've been testing air and water kind of on their own just to do it, and they haven't come up with anything yet. So odds are we're going to be okay, unless the wind changes. And it's going to be a dick about scanning this card too. I'll probably go a few minutes more. I've actually been worried, Jeremy, more about California. I mean, all that they're not used to getting this kind of weather out of California. I mean, did you see the other day there was snow on the Hollywood sign? When was the last time you saw snow in LA? Probably once in our lifetime when we were very, very young. And the torrential rain that they don't usually get in Southern California. Because you probably remember back in the 80s when we were kids, they had all that. They had all the the flooding and stuff up in the Santa Cruz Mountains. They will not scan this fucking card. See, wear the glass to look smarter. No, I wear the glasses because I'm getting old. I think the last time me and you saw each other, I could still read, but now it's like if I take my glasses off, it's like the screen is. I can't read very clearly the chat. I have to have the glasses on to read. Boy, it will not read this damn card. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. Again, it's these cards with the really high shine. It has trouble reading those, and I don't really understand why. But I'll figure it out. But now we're on Rick Helling of the Rangers. So, okay, so it did scan that Todd Walker. Weird. Very, very weird. I think I scanned the back of this Rick Helling card for the back of Todd Walker by mistake, and it still read it, which means there's a bit of a glitch in this thing. Rick Helling, 11 cents. Jeremy says, "Yeah, I'll be 46 next month, dude. I'll be 46 in July. Yeah, we're not as young as we used to be, bro. And it's starting to wear on me a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the idea of getting old. I remember back in the day when we were just running around the streets of Santa Cruz being dicks, but those days are long gone, my man." Hey, this Pete Harness was $5.50. Not bad. I wonder if it does take my location into account. I wonder if it does. I don't know if I put my location in here. Because, this guy pitched for the Reds. Relatively unremarkable career. I whatever. I mean, how that card's worth $550, I don't know. Unless it's a limited card, I don't know. Got me. But hey, $550 in my pocket. You know what I mean? But I'll probably go for another. I don't know. I'll probably finish this stack right here. Still kind of hang out with you guys for a bit. I might continue to scan into the night a little bit just to get some of these done. But just wanted to hang out for a bit, steal a little bit of watch time. What year was Bond's rookie? Bond's rookie year was 80. Oh, Jesus. 86, 87? What was Bond's rookie year? Bond's rookie year. Bond's rookie year. Baseball Reference. I love this website. I love this website so much. Let's see. Drafted by the Giants in the second round of the 82 MLB June Amateur Draft, and the Pittsburgh Pirates in the first round of the 85 MLB Draft. So his rookie year would have been 86. Yeah, his rookie year was 86. Name 120 intentional walks in 04. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so 86 was his rookie year. I'm pretty sure I have a Bonds rookie card somewhere. Again, I've got a bunch of cards at Mom and Dad's house in their garage I need to go through. Not to mention a plethora of soccer cards, of which are somewhere. I want to say, yeah, right there, that I still have to go through. So let's see. Read that one. Don't be a dick. Read that one. There we go. Doug Jones of the Astros. I know I have at least one Bonds rookie card. I don't know where it's at. $2 for Doug Jones. Orlando Merced of the Pirates. I remember watching him play. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this stack up here in the next few minutes, and I'll probably call it a night. Call it a stream. Did I not take the picture of the back of that card? I guess I didn't. $0.32 for that one. What year is this? I can't tell. Bad lighting and my eyes are bad because I'm old. Also, these are the blue light blocking glasses, Jeremy, so it helps with, because I look at my computer so much doing the YouTube stuff and my phone and whatever for work, all that blue light was probably contributing to some headaches I was having, so I got the blue light blocker glasses so I can be all swanky. Yeah, Jeremy, don't forget to, if you want to use this app that I'm using, go up in the chat a little bit. It's called Collex, COLLX. I left a link earlier in the chat. Go check it out, and you can just download this in your phone. It's a free app to use. They're not paying me to say this, although they probably should. But it's got some things about it that are not quite good, but it's also working pretty well for me. It catalogs a lot of stuff. There's a lot of positive things about this. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't want, like this one. It's like this is going to be the third time I scan this card. It just doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't want to scan the cards. Again, some of it might be lighting. Some of it might just be, I don't know, maybe it's because I have a dark card against a dark background of my desk. Maybe if I took a piece of paper, I just thought of that. Maybe if I took a piece of printer paper into my printer. Piece of paper. And just slide it under there to give it some other kind of contrast. Maybe that would help. I've just been scanning on the black top of my desk. I think that's upside down. I want to go upside down. Can you guys hear the, I wonder if it'll help. I feel like it should. Can you guys hear the Japanese soap opera that Jennifer's watching in the living room? That she said she was going to stop watching an hour ago. Apparently it's not helping very much. It's still having trouble reading this card. One thing about this app that's driving me nuts. Hey, it only took an hour and a half to figure out what that card was all about, but hey, we got it done. I think I'll go ahead and go with this white paper behind it for a minute just to see if it helps. Hopefully it will. If it does, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, those are two cards that were stuck together. It might not work. I was like, why does it say Giants on the front and Twins in the back? So I may have to rescan this. So if this one doesn't work, it was my fault completely. Yeah, that was my fault. Oops. Let's rescan this card, shall we? Yeah, bummer news about Tom Sizemore. It's looking like he's not going to make it. There we go. 13 cents for that one. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about some of these newer cards is they have that really, really shiny shit on them like these. But look good. 88, 89 tops and Don Russ. Love them. Love them. Well, this white paper as the background seems to be helping a bit. I think I'm going to go with it. I think I'll probably do one or two more of these cards and I'll call it a night. Whatever. I keep forgetting I got to scan both sides. Seems to be working a little better now. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with this for a minute. Bam. Whole 5 cents for that one. We got here Oral Hershiser of the Giants. It always makes me laugh to see him in a Giants uniform. Let's see. How's my parents? Mom and dad are doing good. Dad's retired now. Less politically involved because it was screwing with his blood pressure. They drive around to every 9/11 memorial they can find and take pictures and go to graveyards and take pictures, and they do what they do. Is this snow stuck together? Yes, it is. I wonder how many times I've done that. I've probably done that more than I care to think about. But yeah, they're doing good. They actually live like 2 minutes away from me. So Joel actually just got back from his most recent deployment. I don't know if you noticed that or not. But yeah, he just got back. So he's been kind of relaxing, chilling out, hanging out with his wife and kids and chilling. We're going to be getting together again soon because he wasn't supposed to be home actually until a couple of weeks ago. He came home a few weeks early. and kind of surprise everybody. But he wasn't going to be home for Christmas anyway because he wasn't supposed to get home till like early February. Actually, I think it was early. I think it was like in mid-January. They pushed it back to early February, but he ended up coming home a little earlier. But yeah, Christmas Day, we ended up. That was when we had that big ice storm roll through here and just snowed and froze everything and fucked everything up. So we ended up not doing. Well, hey, Dennis Martinez for $11. Final tribute. Interesting. So oddly, it's not his rookie card, but it's his final year card. It's a weird thing, but hey, whatever. $11 for a card. I'm not mad about that. But yeah, so we still haven't really done like half of our Christmas shit. Like mom and dad haven't given the kids their Christmas gifts yet, and there's Christmas gifts that need to go to a lot of the kids that we just haven't done yet. And they decided, well, we'll just wait till Joel gets home because he's going to be home soon anyway before we redo Christmas. And so we still have to redo Christmas. But I've been in our family chat for a while saying, hey, when are we going to do this Christmas do-over? And everybody's like, I don't know. We'll think of something. They just never talk about it. But I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be at some point here in the next few weeks. So we'll get it done eventually. There'll be plenty of pictures online, I'm sure. Dad's still a picture taker. Let's see. TSS says, Frank, what is the rarest card in your collection? It's hard for me to say. Straight up rareness, I don't know, because I've just in the last like couple of weeks even started going through my cards to organize them. As far as rareness is concerned, that would take a lot of digging. I mean, like I said, I would have thought that. I mean, the most expensive card I have right now is this Ron Gant. It's worth a couple $100. But then again, I've also got the Griffey rookie card. So I've also got the very young Mark McGwire card, which isn't worth nearly as much as I thought it was. But this one apparently is not going to scan without being a problem. So we have to do this all over again. But yeah, so as far as rareness, I don't know. It would take. So I would say the rarest one I got is that Ron Gant card because that's the most expensive card that I've got, but I'm not 100% sure. And, come on, scan this one. Probably wrap this stream up here in a few minutes. I'll probably go ahead and get through this last bit of cards before I cool down for the night. Carlos Beltran, 99 cents. I only had to scan it 3 or 4 times. Let's see. And we'll do this one. Itch. Come on. Albie Lopez is worth a whopping 13 cents. Yeah, so all I'm going to have left after I scan the upper deck cards is this whole big thing of tops. I wish I've already scanned a few of them because I was kind of flipping through them and there was a couple of cards. I was curious of their value. And one of them I thought was worth a decent amount. The other two weren't what I thought they were worth, but whatever. Again, I've got, as of right now, I'm in the $1,100 to $1,200 range of cards that I've scanned so far, so I can't really be all that mad about it all. And again, this is just kind of part of my cards. I still have some football cards over there that I need to scan. I still have some soccer cards, a big box of soccer cards that whatever. But Jeremy, much love, cuz. Yeah, give me a call tomorrow. I will check to see if I have your number too, and I'll try to shoot you a text later. But yeah, I'll get a hold of you. Let's see. Yeah, my cousin got smart and left California. It was starting to hit its peak shittiness. It's really sad because I really do love my home state. It's a beautiful place with unmatched beauty in some places. Other places, train wreck. God awful train wreck. $10 for that Scott Sanderson. Nice. That's a 91 upper deck for Scott Sanderson. Mitch Williams, the Phillies, when they were doing their World Series stuff in the early 90s. Come on, scan the fucking card. Yep, you're going to be a dick, aren't you? I suddenly became kind of curious about this. This is when Mitch Williams and the Phillies were doing their stuff in the early 90s. They won a World Series and went to another World Series. I think Mitch Williams gave up that home run against Joe Carter in the World Series in 92? 93? Something like that. Anyway, he gave up that home run. 28 cents for giving up that home run. What a way to end this thing. But look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it a stream, guys. I just thought it'd be fun to talk baseball with you guys for a little while. A little bit of unfortunate news about Tom Sizemore, but, that is the breaks. And we will see you guys tomorrow night. We're going to be breaking down episode 7 or 8 of Last of Us. It was a good episode. Not my favorite episode, but still a really good one. You get to see get a little bit of context about where Ellie's character's coming from. But I will see you guys later on. Thanks for hanging out. Adios.